Hello everyone and welcome to the hands-on demo on AWS Cloud9. So in this particular demo, we will be mostly working with AWS Cloud9 and developing a sample application using Python, HTML, JavaScript and CSS. So first we will go to AWS console and go to the AWS Cloud9 service. So I have logged into AWS console and I will search for Cloud9. So click on Cloud9. And the first step is to create an environment. So click on create environment, provide an environment name. So I'll copy this environment name and an optional description and the environment type. So I'll just say new EC2 instance, but you can use your existing compute also. And the type of EC2 instance, T2 micro or any other you want. If you click here, you can choose any other from the drop down. So I'll just use T2 micro, which is free tier eligible, and timeout. So there is no, so basically idle timeout. So after 30 minutes, it will just shut down or auto hibernate the EC2 machine. And network settings, use AWS Systems Manager, VPC settings default and any optional tags. So click on create. So this will go ahead and create an environment. So you can have multiple environments. So basically for every project, you can have a separate environment so that your multiple projects do not conflict with each other. So this will take some time. So we have seen the EC2 instance type and network settings, and after create, you will see a screen like this saying that successfully created. Once that comes up, you can click on open and this will open in a new tab with the Cloud9 IDE. So this will go ahead and spin up an EC2 instance at the backend and load some like basic development tools like Python, Node.js, AWS CLI. So I'll just click on open. Let's see what's the output. So it is getting loaded. So we are creating your AWS Cloud9 environment. This can take a few minutes. So meanwhile, I will go to the sample application which we will be developing. So once this shows up, you will have a terminal where you can run your command, and by default you will be in the home directory of EC2 user and you will be inside the environment folder. So it will look blank in the beginning, and after that, and then you can choose your theme and the editor theme. So I'll just use Xcode and the Cloud9 flat light theme and any keyboard mode. So default is fine. Then I will be creating a web app project and I will go inside web app project and creating 3 folders like CSS, JS and images. Okay, now it's ready. So once if you see the first screen, you can come and change the theme as well as editor theme. So I'll just keep, so these are all the themes which are available. So I just prefer Xcode. And the main theme, you can choose a dark if you want. So I'll just go with the flat light theme. And this is the terminal. And this is the REPL for JavaScript. And here you will work with your folder structure and all. So this is a hidden folder for Cloud9 and one readme.md. So if I just click it, so just basic message. Okay, moving on. So first step was to create this folder structure. So I'll copy the whole commands and I'm in the environment folder. Paste it and you will see this folder structure got created over here. Next step is to, so you can work with Git also. So in this demo, I will not be pushing code to Git, but this is good to have. So you know that from Cloud9, you can directly work with, you can create a project locally, and if you want to do a Git clone, you can also do that. So I'm just setting username. So in future, if I want to work with Git, I can set up the username and email. So next step is to check out some tools. So Node, AWS, Python are available. So AWS CLI is already available. So you can develop some application and use AWS CLI to directly deploy it to EC2, to Kubernetes services or any other like container service. So if I just paste the command, so all the tools are available and AWS CLI out of the box works So this is the project which I have, web app project, and inside that I have created this 3 folders already, and there is an application which I will be developing. So I'll just open that in Visual Studio Code to explain what it is doing. So this is server.py. So I'll go to the index.html. So this will show a basic front end where you will have 2 buttons saying that list S3 buckets or get current region. So there are 2 buttons. Upon clicking that buttons, the flow will go to the JavaScript, and JavaScript has this event handler or the event listener. Upon clicking list buckets button, it will make a call to /APIs buckets, and this /API buckets will send the call to the backend, which is Python server.py. And there is one more event listener for list region or get the current region, and this will make a backend call to /API region. So there are 2 endpoints, and if I go to the server.python file, so this is opening a server which is listening on port 8080, and it has this do get method which will listen for from JavaScript. It will listen for these 2 endpoints. So if there is a /API buckets or /API region, it will go to the handle list buckets or handle get region. So if you come to handle list buckets, this will use Boto3 S3 client to initialize S3 object or the S3 service, and then it will just pass all the bucket and give the content back, JSON content back to the app.js, and app.js will basically fetch the response and show onto the front end. So same for the region also. So this will create a JSON and send back saying that 200. So this is the total complete backend. This is the front end using HTML and JS, and the second get region. So same pattern. So what I will do is now I'll create these files one by one. So here first I will create the index.html file. So I'll copy the whole content and go to the Cloud9 environment, and inside, so this is inside the top level web app project, new file, index.html, and I press enter twice. So it will open automatically in a new tab. So this is index.html. Make sure you press Command S or Control S or come to file and click on save. Next is our style.css file. So I'll copy the whole content, come to the Cloud9 and go to the CSS, new file, and style.css, and paste the whole content. Next file will be our app.js. So I'll copy the whole content, go to the Cloud9 and inside JS folder. So there is nothing now. New file, app.js, and paste the content. And lastly, I have this server.py file. So I'll copy the whole content. So this will go into the root web app project folder. So I'll just come here, new file, server.py, and this is the backend. So once I have created all the files and my application is ready now. So what I need to do is, so first step is to add, so there is a prerequisite. So to list all the S3 bucket, this is a Cloud9 SSM access role. This needs access to S3 read only permissions policy. So I go to the roles tab and search for Cloud9 SSM. So I'll just click on roles again, click on refresh and search. So go to the Cloud9 SSM access role, click this, and you will see this add permissions. So there is one permission currently. So click on attach policies and search for S3 read only access. Make sure you select it and add permissions. So now you will have 2 permissions policies. So this is done. So now we'll start the server, but when we start first time, it will say that it needs a Boto3 module. So what we need to do is pip3 install boto3. So copy the command and paste it. So this will go ahead and install the boto3. So once the boto3 library is installed, we can start the server saying that python3 server.py. So python3 server.py. So this has started the application. So this application will automatically whatever index.html that will be automatically becomes the entry point for the server. So once the server is ready, we'll do the test. So in case you don't have any S3 buckets, you can create a S3 bucket. So I'll just come here, create bucket, paste the bucket name, scroll down and click on create bucket. So I've created a test bucket. Now I can do list S3 buckets. So it should list all my buckets. So come here, and so this application is running. What we need to do is click here, preview running application. So this will open in a new tab, and if you want to open in a complete in its own window, so you just click here. So you will pop out in new window. So list S3 buckets. So I have got 2 buckets, so it has listed. And if I click on get current region, it has successfully listed my current working region. So we have done the successful testing. Now we'll just clean up all the objects that we created. So we'll just delete the S3 bucket first. So I just select it and delete, copy paste the whole name. Okay, delete, and next is to delete the environment. So you can just go to the Cloud9. So you don't have no need bother about this tab being open. So you can just select the environments and select this, click on delete. So this in turn will also delete the backend EC2 machine. So it is deleting web dev environment. So if I go to the EC2 console here, and if I just click on this refresh icon, so you see this is being, so there was one which I launched previously. This is the one which is getting shut down, and then it will get terminated. So this will go delete the environment. So you can verify EC2 termination after some time. So let me just come once again, and so now you can see both got, so this is the one which I was using now. So it got terminated. So make sure that it gets terminated. And in case you want to delete the role also, you can come here, and I am on the role screen, SSM access role. So you can just click on delete and type in the role name. So this will delete the Cloud9 access role as well. Okay, and that's all. Thanks for watching.